Master Slash, we got Chili Mountain against the three-legged cat, everybody. Another best of two series here at the Masters Clash group stage. And we got Battlefield of Eternity as our first map. So, kind of important here to note, I know, a lot of people are already looking at this and like, I don't understand, why isn't that team? Well, personally, I think what happened here is the usual agreement that when we have an offline event like the Masters Clash, that a team has an agreement with Chili Mountain where they say, hey, if we make it to the event, you pay for our hotel or for the travel, and we are going to play under your name for the event. That's an agreement that they already had with them for some other events in the past, and I assume the same thing is happening here. So yes, if you're looking at the blue team and you're saying like, wait a second, I know these guys, don't they usually have another team name? You are correct. But that seems to be what's happening here. So for the remainder of the Masters Clash, team is going to play under the flag of Chili Mountain. They qualified as team, but now they're playing as Chili Mountain. It's not that difficult. Bit confusing maybe sometimes. But yeah, either way. So for now, we got, again, a sub here for Chili Mountain. Ultralisk is not here, which is a little bit surprising to me because he was in Twitch chat earlier, so he joined the stream earlier today. So I'm not quite sure if he's on a vacation and is just watching his boys play or what's going on here. But right now they're playing with the sub again. We have the bands quickly coming out. The cats, of course, going to try and exploit that a little bit. And there's Hanzo. I mean, at this point, Modcheck, aka Farazon, is pretty much playing two heroes. Hanzo or Mephisto. Those are the two. Mephisto doesn't really do that much for you in Battlefield of Eternity, but I can already guarantee you if we are going for Infernal Shrines, he's going to try and lock that in as well. So, yeah, we'll see. Li Ming and Urella being picked. So we have some poke damage against the Immortal. And Menaldor for the side lane with a Space Goat. But, yeah, let's get a little bit of a look over here what the follow-up is. I'm still... I don't know, Imperius again. Okay, and Muradin. Now that his Blaze is banned out, he finally gets to play something else. Yep, Candy King Muradin for Masquerade. And, well, let's get this show on the road. We got our Tracer ban against Dainu. Can't blame them for that. So Dainu doesn't get his Sylvanas, he doesn't get his Tracer. Yeah, has to play a little bit more patient here. They had to first give their sub-player a hero pick before they could lock something in for him. Might, of course, still swap it around later. Time will tell, but yeah. For Johan, I would have honestly expected to him try and go for maybe Garrosh again. Still his best frontliner. We have seen him, I think, the last time on Diablo, though, and this time Dibbles gets banned out. So the chances that he's going to play Garrosh here are a little bit bigger now. They don't have a support yet either. So, yeah. Maybe a simple route after a flip if they go down the Garrosh path. Or if you're a bit afraid that all of those stuns are going to become a bit of a problem, then Anduin can always go for a pull. Rhaegar is also not taking. I mean, nobody has taken the support yet. And here's the Crybaby. Anduin is in. We got a new Burak. So they go for the engage combo. I highlighted in one of the earlier series that this is something that especially the Koreans were really fond of doing. Urel together with a new Burak and having the double engage. That's a lot of stuns here now. We got a Nubarak in with the CC, we got Imperius, we got Muradin. Could go into a triple frontline too. I mean, we have seen more and more Thrall appear on the map. So if you can send him into the 4-man, he could be a solid pick as well. Nado boost. Anan Banana. And we got Genji for Dainu. As the final pick comes in, Herath for the red team. Still needs a bit of damage. They currently don't have enough. Li Ming is always kind of neat, but you need either another melee or another range damage for her. I doubt that we're going to get Chromie here. Double Mage usually doesn't really work all that well. You see that mostly in Meta Madness, but not really in normal games. Sometimes, but rarely. And we get Vala. Alright, solo Vala. Guess we could actually see an arrow build again, unless they decide that they want to go for some auto attacks. But either way, Battlefield of Eternity kicks the series off. It's a best of 2, as usual, in this group stage format. So, let's go. We got Chili Mountain against the three-legged cat. Game number 1 in our best of 2 series with Chili Mountain going up against the cats. We got Farazon, AK Modcheck on Hanzo. Dequaza on Imperius, Dino on Genji, Banana on Ana, and Masquerade on Burden. Over on the right side of the map, It's Dracula on Liming, Captain Rex on Anduin, Meneldo on Urel, Johan is playing Anubarak, and Vala gets played by Herath. Alright, let's get this party started, and Vala indeed going for the auto attacks. So no arrows here in Battlefield of Eternity. That build disappears more and more and more lately, but instead we're getting auto attack style, even though it's only a single support. Of course, if you have the second damage dealer, it doesn't matter that much if you're losing your auto attack advantage a bit because you're dying a few times. Now, you shouldn't fully YOLO, but there's always that little interplay between how many stacks do you get on your level 1, how often do you die. Most of the times it's better to err on the side of caution and just play it safe and not fall here instead of being too greedy and getting dropped by your opponent and losing the auto attack speed simply because the combo with your level 16 is very, very strong. But either way, we're gonna check that one out. For right now, we got up at the top already Meneldo going up against Decisive. Down here, yeah, Anna and Banana as usual. I mean, if you ban Anna against Banana, that's always kind of nice because Anna's Banana is pretty bananas, but they didn't ban Anna, so now Banana can play Anna. So with that being said, there's a lot of pew-pew gonna happen, and also, of course, an Anna boost later on that will most likely hit Genji, as the Shimada brothers are both taken by Chili Mountain. Johan with a stun, and yep, they don't lose their frontliner. It's a little... I mean, honestly, they're both testing the waters a bit. There's no denying that the blue team is clearly the favorite in this particular series. But even if you just win one map, for example like this, by taking a quick kill on Genji, then that would help you a lot. Dracula's low, and Farazon takes him down. Yeah, I think he actually accepted his name now. So initially he was called Farazon, part of the Khaldor Twitch chat community. And I think he lost a bet or something. He lost some kind of bet or whatever and had to call himself Modcheck, some eternal joke, I don't really remember. And he had to keep that for a pretty long time, for several months. And then at some point he was just like, alright, fuck it, I'll accept that. And I guess that's what it is now. But either way, we have the kill against Li Ming, so now it's a 1-1 trade in kills, but still a few stacks for Vala, and that's of course nice. So they're scaling very nicely into the late game, and as long as they're just battling this out without Vala dying, she can get those together, and will get the first reward for her level 1. So that's not too bad. And even with a sub, Chili Mountain, of course, the favorite, he has mentioned before. But now that we get level 4, we got our Death Dealer in. We have, at the same time, also Triumvirate is ready. We got the Underking already on point. And all the way up to the top, a bit of a play for Decisive and his Imperious. But he should basically be able to make it out there. Yeah, as Imperious strides across the battlefield. Well, with the first objective popping up, I would still give Chili Mountain the upper hand here. Especially, of course, with Hanzo. Has a scattering arrow now on level 4, so there's that. But the party is slowly starting as the fight is shaping up again. Yeah, taking these down doesn't really help you too much. You want to take the Shaman down. So yeah, 50 stacks for now. So Vala at least gets the first damage increase. Should try to get a few more attacks woven in. But yeah, Shaman is taken down. So far so good, but they've already started to try and go for the Immortal as well. And Hanzo is doing the same thing now, so he's already sitting up at the top, making exactly that play. There's the stuns as they're engaging into it. Yeah, Vala might be in trouble here. Sleep Dart hits her too, but they're turning it. Anduin helping out, and one connect after another as they're pressuring Dino and Genji, but the halftime show is nearly over as Hanzo is just murdering this pretty much solo. They are ahead, so the blue team take the lead initially on this one, as you would expect already. So yeah, there's another hit. Decisive gets attacked, and Dino is also pushed slightly back, but I don't think that they can burn it down quickly enough. Not with Hanzo still being around here. I mean, they're trying to zone him out. I actually like that. So Yona is trying to occupy Hanzo as long as he can. And that is much closer than I expected. And they win it. They actually take it. The red team wins the first objective and take the Immortal. Good stuff. Good for them. I didn't think that it was possible, but with Li Ming landing the combo just there towards the end to bite a huge chunk out of the hit point pool, it was barely enough. Another volley from Hanzo and that would have been the end there. So now the Hot Pursuit is in, and we also have Calamity, so they have the slightly earlier level 7. Not that it's going to be a big lead. I mean, again, Talon has now also kicked in for the blue team, so for the defense it's fine, but they had it a little bit sooner to work the wall down at least. Yeah, Vala still at 66 stacks. Sleep Dart, and she's dead. Vala is down. That's exactly the problem. If you move to the side just one too many times, they lock you in, and they're not only killing her, they kill Anduin too. So Genji is now starting to run the show for them, getting an easy double kill. Vala therefore losing 5% of her attack speed, so that one's down too. And, well, let's have a bit of a look for now. 3 kills to 1. Top side defended. Bot lane, there's another camp that gets taken. 7 stacks now for the level 1 on Anubarak. Okay. But still even experience. So the fort has taken some damage. I mean, it's not really threatened too heavily. There's at least that. Either way, we now got another camp attacked at the top side. So the blue team already claimed the Khaldor camp at the bottom. And now they can take the one at the top. I still want the Karazim camp. If you paid attention to the last couple of games, like, that's a big one. Karazim camps on Infernal Shrines and on Battlefield of Eternity. That would be the dream. Too many baldies, too much glare. Going full Tien Shinhan on us. Opening up the third eye and just going full berserker with the pew pew pew. But yeah, either way. So, well, for now, oh, Dino with a juke, nice. But the next stun hits him. They just can't get the kill, and now they engage into the battle. They might not win. Vala dies too quickly. Genji is totally safe. He has no problem surviving. Instead, Li Ming dies too, so that's the second kill that he just got. 5 kills to 1, and of course, a great opening for the next objective as well. It spawns in 4 seconds, so they will have the initial lead on it. That is looking great for Chili Mountain. They got the level 10. That gives us the X Strike. And I honestly thought that we would get the Nano Boost plus the Dragon Blade, but instead we're getting the Eye of Horus on level 10, and we got the X Strike. Also get the Wrath of the Angeris. So that's the next one. Yeah, and we have, of course, the battle for the halftime show already taken. Medeldor is a bit low, shouldn't really fall. Oh, ho, ho, the arrow eaten by Li Ming. Now, that's a problem in and of itself, but they're able to save her, and they turn it on Imperius and get the kill against Rayquaza. Nice. That was without level 10, by the way, so the cats were able to get the kill without her rogue abilities. Now they have everything they need here, and that includes Strafe for Vala, who is immediately attacked. X-Strike! And goodbye, Li Ming. Yeah, she got murdered there. Li Ming gets absolutely annihilated. And, well, Vala might get her second stack, but this is still tricky. So, as it stands, we have a bit of the hit-point pool whittled down from the blue team's Immortal, but I guess with Hanzo still alive and kicking, they should now be able to finish what they started and take objective number 2. But the fight isn't just there yet. Vala's 20,000 damage, so she's top damage in the game right now. Has, of course, died twice already. But the fight isn't over yet, so they are starting to lose ground here. But they were hoping to get a quick kill with Drak here as he YOLOs another combo straight onto Rayquaza. But that doesn't drop Imperius, so that's a big shield. That's a big shield on the Immortal for sure. And it's going to travel down to the bottom of the map. That's where they're going to make their next stand. Rayquaza here is still fine. Yeah, and at the same time, we now have still towards the bot lane, the wall. I mean, the wall is still completely up, so that's the good news. You have your wall still available, so in that situation, at least you can rely on that as a bit of a defense to slow the opponent down slightly. But of course, that's not going to stop them too long. So the battle's still raging on, and if you can get one kill here, then the fort will definitely fall. Even without a kill, the shields on the Immortal are pretty solid, but Masquerade is in trouble for just a moment and has to pop his avatar before he moves out here, but is able to get away. Some damage on the fort. Already at the top, we are having Imperius and Genji trying to get some added value in. Now they're not going to lose this, but they will get value on both lanes now that they're making that little play. So 2-pronged attack, so more or less. Still a lead by inexperience, by a level, but it seems like the red team is making a cool choice too, because they're saying, hey, we're not going to defend this anyways. Let's, instead of just trying to fully defend here, move in and try and kill them. Arrow misses, but they are able to... Nah, they're not going to go for Ender, no. And it looked for a moment like they might be able to lock in another stun and then take him down, but that didn't really work. Now, Urel is still at the top and Imperius is moving down, so that's a 4 versus 5 situation that can be exploited by the blue team, and that's exactly what they're doing here. So we have them with both of the forts still available. That's true for both teams. But with the pressure down here at the bot lane, I think we're going to see the first major structure fall, especially if they can kill Liming now. And Anduin saves her. Nice pull from him. That one was clutch. That could have been a kill for sure, but instead they're able to save the day. And Urella has still not moved down here, so it's a 5 versus 4. She's trying to take the top 4 down, and that trades at least major structures, because it seems like she is going to be able to pull this off. Khaldor playing on the side lane. They're lacking the level 13 talent, so Urel wants that structure, but she also has to deal with the fact that she is getting some company. But with the money pick, yeah, I think they can get out here. Alright, so with the money pick, they're able to move away. We are still looking at another camp that is about to be taken, so the advantage that we're seeing for Chili Mountain is just continuing. They go for the Shaman camps, they have taken the Khazra camp at the top. Vala is still stacking well, so it's 6 kills to 2, and the red team is obviously suffering now that they've lost their bottom 4, so they're slightly behind, still by a level, and the talent disadvantage is annoying, but they have at the same time good stacks for Vala. They get stacks together for Nubarak slowly and steadily. So there's a couple of power spikes that are hitting them eventually. And maybe with those, they can try and turn this around. Would be important to also win an objective, or at least reduce the shield as much as they can, but they lose the Nubarak. Genji was lying in the wings here, just waiting for an opportunity, and he used it, got the kills in, and yep, they're getting Anduin drop 2. Now they try to go for Urel. Can't kill her right away, but the Immortal is wide open now, and that's immediately what they're jumping to next. Great play once again by Chili Mountain. By now with 8 kills to 2. They lose their top fort, to be fair, so that camp that got set en route at least gets a bit of value for the cats. But yeah, it's not enough here. Alright, so with that, they're moving also closer to level 16. I don't think they can use it for the next push. The Immortal is obviously going to travel towards the top, and that's nearly 100% on the shield. They're taking it down slightly, but it's nearly 100% shield. So the fort is definitely going to fall. They try to get the kill here in the middle. That didn't happen either. If they can make it to level 16 while the Immortal is still fairly healthy, they might be able to damage the keep. Vala is about to lock in her 3rd stack on the other hand, so let's not forget about that. So she's closing in on 150. And off we go. Yep, no, not like this. Oh, Anduin with a save. If he doesn't get that pull, arrow missing again, yeah, Farazon might have had a beer too many here. So if that's, honestly, if Nubarak is not get pulled out by Anduin there, that's a dead beetle. That's a dead bug. But now they got the top fort, and as I said, they are getting closer and closer to level 16. Very much so. So, yeah. They are trying for the wall here. Level 16 any second. The Quasar is moving down to the bottom of the map, so they're trying to attack 2 sides again. Genji moving in, jumping back out. Vala still stacking, doing her best here. Sleep dart on the Nubarak. He's instantly in trouble again. Banana from the back with nice plays. And here's the move straight up for the keep. It's not going to fall, or at least it's unlikely, but they are able to damage it as expected. And Imperius is opening the bottom wall up too. So yeah, nicely done. They're getting a lot of value here, opening the wall up pretty much completely. Yes, that one's gone. And now they have Khaldor on the ropes. I think we might see a dead goat. Yep, that Stormbolt full to the face. Ult has to be used, but that is still a dead goat. So he uses the ult and still dies. And that's, of course, a disaster, because now they can push through the bot lane a bit more aggressively and try to whittle the hit points of the keep down a bit more. Especially if a Nubarak jumps in like that. Sleep Dart meets him right away, and they're getting a stun. Erath with the 38,000 that he has, top damage for the red team, was still hoping to make a bit of a difference there. They're half a level away from level 16 when he finally gets his Manticore and can start pressuring Muradin and Imperius a bit more. But it's definitely a very tricky game for them to play now, because they're losing more and more ground by the minute. And if another objective is claimed by the blue team, then of course we're looking at keeps that will be taken. And the blue team is already starting to posture here in an attempt to force them back a little bit and see if they can maybe get a quick kill that would allow them to take the keep even before the objective spawns. But Immortal has already been announced for 20 seconds. Yep, there's the 16. Now we have the double pull for Anduin. And Quasar. Light bomb a little bit too early as it seems, so they can't connect it. Seems like Johan was off cooldown. Has the epicenter now. And Manticore is also taken. Good stacking from Vala, by the way. Despite the fact that she died, I think, twice. We have 177 stacks for her now. So, not shabby. That's pretty good damage. For a solo support Vala, that's not bad. Especially going up against a team like Team Wa or Chili Mountain. So, yeah. That's the big one. This Immortal means a lot. There's camps on both lanes, by the way, against them. So, yeah, that is really, really difficult to deal with. But as it stands, we have a lot of pressure on the red team. They have to kind of win the objective. They need to win the team fight. They need to defend the top and the bot lane. Genji has moved down with the mobility that he has in order to make it even harder for the red team to keep their keep. Yeah, Menaldor gets attacked. Is a little bit low. And this is rough. This is really tricky. The keep is already taking damage. And by the way, this is happening here too. And the team fight is not looking too great either. Cocoon was already used against Muradin. So they're trying to defend, but Anduin is dead. The keeps are both about to fall. Yeah, that's the final blow here. It's a two-pronged attack. They're pretty much trying to checkmate them here by moving in from several angles, and just there's no good choice left for the cats. Take a shitty fight, lose your keep, wherever you go, you're going to suffer some losses. The question is just how much. That's a good move to take down Genji, punish Dino for overcommitting a bit, but it doesn't change the fact that they just lost their first keep. The halftime show victory for Chili Mountain is all but guaranteed. They get their Quasar too, though, but up at the top with the second camp now coming in and the catapult and another wave, this keep is also looking pretty rough. Now the catapult is once again just fully inting here. I really thought they would at least send someone in to deal with it, but nope, they're losing the second keep now too. And well, if they at least win the Immortal, that would help. But it's 10 kills to 4 now, and it's a disaster. They are too far behind. I mean, the shield on the core is soon gonna fall here, for example. Li Ming is trying to defend the core. 58,000 damage for Hanzo, 47,000 for Vala, and she's the only one really doing damage over here on the right side. But of course the Immortal is now lost, and that should be game. Especially if they can get additional kills, which they're trying right now. I mean, Captain Rex is getting attacked by Masquerade. Eye of Horus for Ana. Masquerade gets pew-pew-pewed. Couple more hits are coming in. They're trying to stop them here. Arrow connects from Hanzo. Nice. Can they get the kill? Yes, they can. The Shimada brothers tag teaming on Anduin. And he dies. So no support for the defense now either. And to make matters worse, they are about to lock in level 20 talents. With the Nubarak and Urel both dying, that's just a given here. 13 kills to 4. Quick strafe to boost the damage a little bit. All that heroes can do, honestly. Yep, they're chasing him hard. And that's just a little bit of Dancing Queen performance here. But Vala dies, obviously. 214 stacks for her towards the end. 14 kills, 2-4. And that is the lead in this best of 2 series here at the Masters Clash group stage for Chili Mountain. Nicely done and well played. The Cats lose on Battlefield of Eternity as we I'm gonna jump straight to game number 2.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Okay guys, map number 2. I know that the scoreboard doesn't reflect it right now. This isn't my production, so the overlays are not managed by me. I'm sure that they are going to adjust them for the actual game. So yes, there is indeed a lead for Chili Mountain. So they lead with the 1-0. I can't fix it myself, so yeah, sorry for that. But yeah, Braxis is our second map, and the map was chosen by Chili Mountain. So as per usual, the team that loses the map, they can choose whether they want to have first pick, first ban, or whether they want to decide the map. And Three-Legged Cats, they decided that they want to have first pick, first ban. So the map was chosen by the blue team. We got Braxis now coming up as the second map. Again, if you win both of the maps within the best of 2, you get 3 points for the leaderboard. If the teams tie in the best of 2, then each gets 1 point. And right now, we have Zarya already banned out. It's obviously another map where you usually split 1-4 on lane. Very similar in that sense, at least, to, well, Battlefield of Eternity, because obviously there we have also a 2-lane map. But mobility is incredibly important here, usually. So most of the time you're seeing Muradin, you're seeing Karazim, and Nubarak is being picked here. Genji, if it isn't banned, is a great pick. You can play Falstad. There's a lot of heroes that just have the mobility that allows them to traverse terrain quickly, and they are insanely helpful when you're trying to get control over both of the beacons. Now on the top lane, Hogger is great. You oftentimes see Rexa here. Muradin, as you can see, again, can jump over. But the map can be a little bit snowbally, because when you start taking your opponent's fort down and you remove the fountains therefore too, it's very, very difficult for their team to then afterwards get still access towards the beacon. Now, we have already seen a couple of pretty solid comebacks in the past, most of the time because the team went for the boss and it didn't really work out for them, so all of a sudden they go into a bit of a throw pit. Here we get Garrosh and Malfurion. Not gonna lie, I expected something along those lines in the previous game, which we didn't get there. So, yeah, there's that. We'll see how that works for them. And they are abandoning, by the way, completely what I said a bit earlier, that you normally go for a lot of mobility here. So it's interesting to see. So it's going to slow down their rotation a little bit, but the team fight is still very strong. The question is still how they can play around it then. But yeah. Alright, so either way, Sylvanas is now also getting banned here. So that's the next one. She obviously, with any kind of like Zerg wave that you get, can be pretty fantastic as well. And can just simply allow to burn either the Zerg wave down, or more importantly, if you get a good objective, she can just completely crush with it. Gul'dan has been played quite a few times here too. I mean, generally mages are usually nice with the wave clear, and if you can take a Zerg wave down of your opponent, that's neat. So we'll see if they can do that here too. Get a little bit more Overwatch into the game with Hanzo and with Lucio. So yeah, playing it out with the same hero pattern again. Dainu doesn't... I mean, here's Genji's banned. Strayza is banned. Sylvanas is banned as well. So definitely has to dodge out a bit here. Yeah, what about Hirath and Menador? What are we going to get from them? Final two picks for the red team. Blaze and Greymane. Alright, it's not really the draft that I expected for the map, but it's not bad either. So they got Greymane to finish the job after Chromie pokes, and Dino picks Cigar. He actually played that a few times already on Braxis Holdout, not only in Meta Madness. So yeah, here we go. Map number 2. Again, Chili Mountain, despite what you see in the leaderboard right now, is in the lead with the 1-0. So yeah, let's see if they can win the series here. Let's go. And it's game time. Chili Mountain with a 1-0 lead, now also reflected in the scoreboard. Against the three-legged cat, we got Dino on the left side on Zagara, Banana H and Lucio. Mod check again on Hanzo, he's subbing in today for Ultralisk. Masquerade is playing Muradin, and Dequaza on Hogger. On the right side of the map, the three-legged cat with Captain Rex on Malfurion. We got Johan on Garrosh, Hirath on Greymane, Dracula on Chromie, and Menaldor is playing Blaze. So, yeah, let's see which team can take it, but obviously there's a lot of pressure from the blue team already. Again, let's just be frank here. I said it before, I say it again. Team or Chili Mountain in the tournament right now, they are very, very strong. They are one of the top teams in Europe. Actually, they are the top team. So this is from the get-go a game where they are the clear favorite, and for the Cats it's an uphill battle. Now, in a best-of-2 format, you can always land a lucky punch and try and see if maybe a map victory is in the cards for you. But it is going to be tricky. They are starting again with a kill, though. So Masquerade and his boys, they definitely have that little downside that they are sometimes getting a bit too... well, let's just say optimistic. Sometimes they literally just play fun comms on the second map if they had a good first game. Now, in the best-of-2 series, that's not gonna be likely, but in best-of-3s, they are definitely known to do that. Here, though, they have to appreciate every single map if they really want to make sure that they can take the top 1 spot in the standings. But either way, at the end of the day, what I'm pretty much just trying to say is that for the Cats, this is really on them. They are the ones that have to step it up big time. They can win maps against Mountain or against the blue team. They've done it before, but it's not going to be easy. And and I like it. Already zoned out here, making sure that Masquerade cannot easily move in and contest the camp, so that was a nice move. And now, that's a kill! Banana Age is dead, and that's 2 kills to 0. It's a bit of a leading experience, and this is exactly how they gotta play this one out. So good on the Cats. They've continuously been improving, and you can see it here. Now, can they maintain that throughout the game? That's to be seen. But that's still a good start for them. So, nicely done. 2 kills to 0. We now have a top side already. The next play, this time against the red team, though. Johan is saving Menaldor. Ah, but he himself is not able to make it. Okay. So, there's the kill right there. And down... Oh, careful. Yep, level 4 talents are by now in. But they still need a bit of help. That's the problem. Blaze alone is going to have a rough time dealing with that. Especially since Hanzo is still there. Dainu down here to the bot lane with the Envenomed Spines. On level 4. There's also the Corpse Feeder again. But they took the entire wall down. Beacon progress is at 36% for the Cats. And this is of course not a winner-takes-all objective. So this is something that nobody can take away from them anymore. 36 stacks is a good start for them. No matter if they are the ones to reach the 100 or not. But now they have full control again. And if they can just maintain that a bit longer, 50 already, sweet. That's actually a really good Zerg wave. Even if they lose it towards the end, that is a very, very good push that they're going to have. And that wave is going to travel through the top lane. Down here at the bottom, they've already done some damage to the fort. So they're definitely putting the work in here. Yeah. The blue team is now doing the same, so though they're repaying them in kind. They're trying to recapture this, but currently it's not really working out. So that's full control for the blue team for now, and Masquerade is apparently very determined to make sure that he holds that spot. And Pharazon jumps out. Is able to move away from this one. Nicely. Yeah, thank you. That alert was not supposed to be there, but alright, fair enough. 6. Level 6 to level 6. That threw me off, sorry. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that that is audible here, but apparently the dono sound goes through. Yeah, that's gonna be abused. Definitely have to check up on that. And that just happens when you do these things live. So yeah, we got the Zerg wave in, but again, they got the 50-something, 58% previously, so the Cats have at least topside some potential pressure. So now that that's happening, we have down at the bottom of the map, Johan in a bit of trouble, and that's of course a problem since he can't really help them with the defense now anymore. If he sticks around, he's gonna die. Like, that Storm Ball is gonna come at some point. Yes, Masquerade is already looking for it, and they're trying to get the kill in. Muradin is instead the one that goes down, so it was a bait all along. I deeply apologize to Garrosh. It was a bait from the beginning. So that's the 3rd kill for them in level 7. They still hold the fort. Literally and figuratively. And up at the top, not even the wall was taken down. So that kind of feels a little bit bad. Yeah, that feels a bit awkward. If you can't even take your opponent's wall down with a decent Zerg wave, that's a bit wild. But alright, either way, so we got more camps to be taken. It's still a little bit of a slow progress here in game number 2. So nobody has started to take a successful lead here. But yeah, she's quite the opposite now. Thanks to the kills, the Cats have taken the experience advantage. I mean, they got a solid team. If they can get those kills with that Chromie and Greymane combo, they definitely have some chances, especially, of course, if they can lock somehow Zagara in. She's insanely squishy. If either Greymane or Chromie gets a connect, she's dead. So that's just going to be a thing. But yeah, Hirath is already moving back out. Is just poking as best he can. Zagara is by now towards the top side, and I guess they're going to get the kill on Menaldor. Yep. So he's down. Nicely done. Doesn't have level 10 yet, so he can't easily come in with a quick bunker. They also sniffed this out, so I was honestly expecting that someone might even move over and try and help them to invade this camp now that Blaze is dead. But they already had Hogger on the left side, so he doesn't travel all the way over. Instead, we're going to have a camp taken by either team. Still a bit of the vision plays here by Chromie as she is providing them with all the info. And all the way top, Dainu is pushing. I mean, he's played as Zagara multiple times now on Braxis Holdout, and this is just a hero that he feels gives them a lot of value here. It's not only the vision that she provides with all of those creep tumors, but the push power of her is, of course, pretty spectacular. And you can also make have quite some value when you're making plays for a boss at any point. But yep, they're pogging in already heavily. Hanzo is currently not helping out there. Level 10 isn't there. Hogger is low. So is Malfurion. Hogger is the first one to fall. Malfurion gets his level 10 and tranks it up right away. So they get the advantage early on, and maybe now also the lead on the progression for the second beacon phase. Dino is eating the bullet and has to drop away. So here we go. This is looking really, really good for the cats now. Level 10 is ready for Chili Mountain, but I'm not sure if they can still salvage this. This objective might go over to the cats. A kill on Malfurion would of course be great, but we're not there yet. Instead, it's Johan that dies on the left side. Might have dived a bit too deep. Yeah, Chromie is eating this one fully. Greymane is there, and oh boy. It looked great, but now they are just losing ground. They lost Chromie, they lost Garrosh. If Garrosh could have at least gotten the kill against Zagara, he wanted to take her down, then it would have been a decent-ish trade, but they are starting to lose out on the objective again. 4 kills to 4 by now, so the blue team evened it up. And they're hoping to drop Muradin, and the Stormbolt connect after Lucio bombed him over was just enough for the Overwatch hero to follow it up with a bit more damage, and that is a dead Malfurion and also a dead Greymane. That's just a matter of time until he falls. So Lucio is moving in with the same play, gets him 2 together with Zagara, and they are just claiming, well, maybe not victory here immediately, but they're going to walk away with another objective, aren't they? They go for the boss first. Yeah, and why wouldn't they? I mean, right now, everything is going in their favor. It's a 4 versus 5. Zagara also still has her Maw up, so the red team can't really fight for this. Greymane back in 4, but you can easily Maw this up now. Blaze is moving in, so yep, there it is. He bunkers up, Arrow gets shot, they take the boss, they try to follow it up with a kill, and they can take Blaze down. Ironically enough, as Blaze used the bunker, he also removed himself from the point, and that's why they lost the boss there. To be fair to them, I do not think there was a way for them to win it anyways. More was still available, so that would have been a thing. But yeah, top side gets now pressured. That's going to be the end of the fort here, and since they're going for the double objective, I think the boss is going to take the fort, and unless the red team completely commits... Ooh, they are committing a little bit at least. They're getting Hogger. I was about to say, unless they fully commit, they're not going to win the objective either. But maybe they got a shot here. With Hogger taken down, if they are getting drop on Zagara, they already have her at 50% HP. That would be kind of sweet. The boss is still doing work though, so that's the one thing that is tricky, because we're early on in the game. So the boss is not going to take that keep down, but that wall is going to fall. And the top lane is where the next objective is going to travel, so the more you're losing now, if you then don't win the objective either, you are in real trouble. Blaze is taking care for it at this point, but that also means that they have one less hero to... Oh, Masquerade, that was clutch. He nearly died to Chromie. Yeah, they're trying to go for Farazon again. Modchuk is able to get out. Dequaza, the arrow! Ooh, yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. Ooh, big arrow, big arrow. Garrosh died. Gets whirled around a little bit by the slowing sands. Just makes this even sadder. 8 kills to 5. Level 13 talents. Available for both teams pretty much, but they are going for more structures. And down at the bot lane, the fort is now falling as Dainu and Modchek are taking it apart. And as they are claiming the objective, I guess that top keep is going to be in trouble. Yep. This is... not, again, they're turning it here. So the cats were a bit too aggressive. Again, this all started when they were diving the bottom fort. When we had Garrosh go a little bit too deep, he was dying. They got the kill over here against, I think it was Chromie at that point in time. And from there on, it was just a slow snowball. They went for the boss. They could take the fort. They get the objective now. So all of the outer layers of defense are now removed from the cats. And once that the Zerg wave is starting up, even with the one for the red team being at 48%, this is likely going to be the end of the top keep. I would be shocked if they can defend this somehow. They just don't have the wave clear to make this happen. Especially with camps now also pushing in. So this is going to hurt. But the fight is already raging on before this is even a thing. And Greymane dies to Zagara. So that is... yeah, that's an even worse start. That keep is 100% gone. We could talk core now. I mean, look at the keep. The keep just disappears. Nobody was there to defend, so they couldn't do anything about it. And now we have 9 kills to 5, and everybody is just pushing for core. To be fair, down here, this is also going to do damage. So if they're... I mean, yeah, this has to be it, right? It's going to be a 2-0 victory here. They're coming in for another kill, and already Garrosh is in trouble. The Stormbolt connects again. He makes it out, and nope, he doesn't. Murden drops him. The core is falling, and it's falling quickly. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be victory. Zagara might have died, but there's way too much for them to handle. So Chili Mountain, they take the 2-0 victory and lock in 3 points for the scoreboard, for the leaderboard, as they take down the Cats on Braxis.